right. Hello, everybody. My intention for this video is to completely transform your self-perception, your perception of what's possible, and I just want to show you with my life experience what's possible when you open your mind, when you decide to take a leap of faith and to follow your gut feeling and how good actually this life might get if you let go of those layers of limiting beliefs and I just want to show you what it actually looks like when you choose you. All right, let's go. So if you are intelligent, if you are really passionate in your life about what you do, you truly believe in what you do, and you have this vision for you for life, and you know deep down that you are leading by your example, this video is gonna strengthen your inner power so much. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be here, and I just I want to inspire you by all the colors, by my energy at first, to kind of to show your mind that what you see, like how you perceive the world, how you see the world, has nothing to do with what actually is out there. So okay. I'm gonna be getting here very personal. I'm gonna share very vulnerable details of my life because I feel like it's important for me to be truthful to you about what is important to me, and that exactly this thing will change your life. And by changing your life, what I actually mean is that you can see how differently the world might work for you through my experience. Okay, it's just like 2.5 minutes of my I'm feeling nervous because I'm gonna be vulnerable, and my psychic and my nervous system is kind of like they're adjusting to delivering the message. So please um, cut me some slack in here. Okay, so it's not gonna be logical what I'm gonna share with you now, but trust me, stay with me along the way, and you will feel so much more energy within you because I'll show you how I overcame my own limitations. And I'm really strongly opinionated, and if I believe something to be true, fucking hell, it's so hard for me to change that belief because I'm really intelligent. Like, my mind is so analytical, and God gave me this design, literally. Last night I was on a date with a married man, and the story is going to be about this, and I'm going to show you how me choosing me and trusting the process changed my money situation, my energy level, and how choosing your gut feeling actually helped me elevate my consciousness and to just make my life better. Okay, so last night I was on a date with this married man, and literally we were sitting on the coastline of a river, and it was peaceful, it was silence, and I was just very in this observation mode. I was really detached from my personality, and I would just observe what kind of thoughts and programs are running around there. And what I'm seeing is that my mind, it's the design of my mind is this. I was looking at the river and how it was mirroring back, reflecting the huge tree that was on the other side of the river in front of me. And I am a seeker. One of my biggest teachers, Donny Epstein, I love him so much. He's philosophy and his work, his faith and what he does has changed me tremendously. And because of him and what he delivers to the world, I've rewired myself into looking at things, searching for more meaning, for more depth, in order to just live a better life, because that's like we all want it, right? And so I was like observing my mind, my thoughts yesterday, and then I see how my mind is trying to find more in the reflection of the river, like how the river reflects the tree back, and when the water is not still, it's wavy, you don't see shit in the mirror. And it's the same with life. My mind, because it's wired this way, because I as consciousness did wire my brain like that, it found this huge pathway into transforming life and my own self in that way. So when the water is not still, when it's wavy, you don't clearly see what's going on. If you are a tree and everything that you see around you, your life is a mirror, you don't really understand, like when you're anxious, when like nothing really goes your way, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like you find yourself in this like position of low energy, or you're lost or something like that. And it's just because your river, your mind is not still, and you don't see clearly in the world what is going on. And what you need to actually do is to really calm down your nervous system, to make your water still, to tame your mind. And then when you look in the water, when you look around you, you see clearly who you are, where you're going, what you're creating, what you want, and all of this. You gain this clarity by tuning into the stillness within you, which is your true nature, right? And I wouldn't, like, if I was living with my logic, and if I would like just follow what other people say, even in the books, I would be theoretical. My mind would never search for more in this small detail. And just by observing my mind, finding this path, I've elevated the level of energy within me so much, because it gave me energy, like seeing this, oh, that's the way to go. The date before this point, like I had so much resistance towards a man, and we didn't really get along, like at that time. And after I found this way out of my own like being, fuck, the magic began. And here I want you to know this: whatever you want in your life, absolutely anything, everything is possible when you are attuned to your heart, when you've got your mind and your heart coherent, and heart really does its magic. And here is the next point that I want to deliver. So this married guy, I've met him like a week ago. That day when we met, I was doing a group work where I was leading women towards their inner depth, to tune into their very honest connection to who they are, in order to see their limiting beliefs that stand on the way of what they want. That's my superpower, because I've been meditating for over 8 years every day now. Like I've got like more than 2,500 hours, something like that. I was like counting, I don't remember now, but like my attention is so sharp that I can see the limitation, and I'm going there. People, they don't even know they have these limitations, because they are so in sync with this thought. They believe that that's who they are. And that day I helped detach their consciousness, like expand their consciousness from limitations. And of course, it had an effect on me as well. and my heart like cracked wide open after this group work. And then I've met my one of my girlfriends that I haven't seen in a while, like in a year or something, and she gave me so much love that I realized that I was holding on to a program of shame, of wanting to be loved. Can you imagine that? Like, I give so much love to the world. I'm all about love, expansion, and stuff. And then I see myself that, oh my God, I am so ashamed of wanting to be loved. Like, and after like she gave me this love and I found this program, then like it was really hard, you know, when you are stumbling upon your limiting belief and like you finally see it like face to face, you feel awful, like your world is fucking crushing down, and like it's really hard for the nervous system to like pass through this point. But like that's the condition that I was in, but it was really raw and honest, and it changed everything for me. So in a couple of minutes after this process, like my inner process happened, we were sitting in a restaurant on the outside, and then a group of guys were passing by, the bikers, like really masculine, like, you know, like this movie cool bikers. And before that, when we were headed to the restaurant, I told my girlfriend that I have a dream of like having this crazy night out with a biker who I trust and like who I don't really know, but like he gives me a ride and we're like, you know. Anyway, so I see this group of guys and I see exactly one man, and I'm immediately drawn towards him, and like my heart was like, and then magic happens, and somehow we have this eye contact after like 30 minutes after this first meeting. We see each other again, and the magic really started. Like I could feel how the energy was flowing through us, and my dream came true, and we were like in this heart connection. And I didn't know that he was married, and it was crazy. It was crazy what was happening between us. When I'm saying crazy, what I imply is that the amount of energy that I've got towards him and that I was receiving from him was like really crazy, really big. It's not logical. When you have like this connection with people where you don't really feel expansion, that means that it's not really your heart, like you're not attuned to your heart with that person. And if you're having like this, and I'm not talking about like the trauma bonding now, I'm talking about like soul connection, and you can sense the difference. And then I get to know that he's married, and my mind, here's the like key part. Listen closely. When I find out that he's married, I'm like, my mind goes in all like the old way, and my mind is like, fuck, that's it. No more love with him now. I'm not gonna like, you know. And immediately my energy drops. Immediately my level of my vital energy literally goes down, and I'm shutting down, and then I'm like, shit happens, you know? And then at the end of our meeting, I realize I'm asking myself, what is it that I'm choosing now? To be following a program that it's like he's married and you're not allowed to touch something that is taken, which is just a thought, just a program. It has nothing to do with love or grace or anything. It's just a fucking program. And I see it, and I choose to let myself out of this shit. It was really scary, not to be judgmental, you know, and I'm like really like, I was following this moral thing which stole energy from me. Because if you are thinking something or you're making a decision and it doesn't give you energy, it's false for you. You're not truthful to who you are. And after I've made this way out of a program, I've expanded my consciousness. I didn't believe that I'm like this thought that I have to follow this road of not touching a married man as I usually did, because I've never had a connection with a married guy before. And this happens now, and then like within a week we were in touch. His life has fucking changed, so did mine. There was so much energy between us that it elevated our lives in a way that I've got clients, I've got money, he's got money as well, because we were truthful to who we are and to this hard desire. And why I decided to like record this to you, because I so want you people, you my like soul family who's here for more. I want to elevate your mind. I want to show you that you don't have to choose limitations. You have to work on your consciousness. You have to let go of limiting beliefs. You have to follow your heart desire, because that's what's gonna create magic in your life. If you want more, more lays always in the field of uncertainty. Certainty is a program. What it means: don't touch a married guy. That's certain. And when you follow it, fucking hell, you're limiting yourself. And I truly believe in passion for life, in being attuned to this higher force that creates the best case scenario possible for your life. When you choose yourself, when you choose your gut feeling, when you hear your heart, and when your heart tells you do this, when it's completely not logical, as it was for me to be in touch with a married guy. And because I've chosen to follow my heart within this week, I've opened up to the world so much. I've opened up to love. I've allowed love to be touching me in the ways that I've never been touched before. This married guy, like we didn't have sex in our like first meeting, nothing, like there was nothing even close to it. It was just like this crazy magic heart energy thing going on. And then after a couple of days, which I didn't know would happen, I would never even imagine that it would happen, because this guy is not from the city where I'm living at. And in a couple of days, he's texting me, I want to see your eyes again. I will come to you on the bike again. And I thought that he just wanted to fuck, to be honest, because that's what I'm used to, because of my program of low self-esteem and low, like not really valuing myself. And you know what? He came to me yesterday, and he didn't go like, he didn't ride 200 kilometers to fuck me. He really wanted just to see me. And that's the love I prayed for. I asked the God, like, show me how wider and deeper can I be loved, not like as a piece of meat. Like, what is it, how does it feel to be loved as a woman who's worshipped? Here's an answer. When you ask a question sincerely, the divine, it always, you hear me? The divine always answers your prayers. Always. When you're sincere in your prayer, and when you don't wait for the reply, when you're being curious in your intention to learn more about this new field of knowledge about you. I don't know what it is right now in your life. Maybe you want your career to go up. Maybe you want to be a world leader. Maybe you want an amazing relationship, but you cannot force this to happen. You might only open your heart, ask a sincere question. How does it feel to be this me? And then to be honest to yourself and to follow that path that you've asked God to guide you to. You cannot ask to go to point B and with your thoughts, emotions, and actions to go to the point C. That's not how that works. Okay, I feel like I'm almost done in here. Everything is possible. Oh my God, and yes, oh my God, that's what I wanted to say as well. Last night, we went, we couldn't find a hotel with available room. And then we just go like blindsided to one hotel, which is called Key Hotel. We go in there, and there is a sign on the wall. Love is the master key to all the doors. Something like that, like all doors. What? We go in there is no room available. And I'm saying, let's just sit and wait a little bit, just let's chill. And you know what? Within 5 minutes, magic happened, and a room that was booked, like the booking got cancelled, and we've got a spare room. And after we go into that room, there is a picture on the wall saying in there, all the thoughts are the keys to creating your reality. Isn't this fucking crazy to find this in a hotel? You know? Yeah, and that's kind of magic. Yeah, just fuck. I love what I do. I'm so grateful that I am delivering this to you, and everything is possible. And you have to surrender to your truth, to your heart. You have to work on your nervous system. You have to calm down your mind, your psychic. You have to work on your limiting beliefs, on your shadows. You have to get to know who you are, where you're going, what you want. And I fucking love doing this, and that's my passion. And I love my clients. I love people so fucking much. It took me 8 years of hard inner work to be in this place, and I'm so grateful I'm here. And whatever you want in life, whatever like a request you have, please just come to me, and we'll do everything that we can to get you there. I love you.